Hello everyone. In this class, we'll be discussing about some of the important MCQs of gastrointestinal system. Okay, so there are about 50 MCQs that we'll be discussing. The first one is which of the following is not involved in swallowing? Contracture of upper esophageal sphincter, coordination by swallowing center in the medulla oblongata, approximation of vocal cords to close glottis, the raising of larynx to enclose its entrance. Okay. A contracture of upper esophageal sphincter is not involved because there occurs the relaxation during the swallowing process. So A is a proper answer. Which of the following has a little effect on pancreatic secretion or its components? Acetylcholine, it has sympathetic stimulation, secretin, it increases the bicarbonate content from the pancreas. Cholecystokinin, it increases the enzymatic secretion from the pancreas. So sympathetic has a less effect on the pancreatic secretion. So proper answer is B. Which of the following characteristic of segmenting movements in the small intestine? It decreases the particle size, which increases the surface area for digestion. Probably right answer. It brings the product of digestion to the mucosal surface for absorption. Yes. It results in the mixing of the luminal contents in front of the propulsive segments, that is in the receiving segments. Yeah. Here all the answers are correct. So answer is D. All of the above. The progressive wave of muscle contraction that proceeds along the esophagus, compressing the lumen and forcing the food ahead of it, is called as primary peristalsis, segmentation, the migrating myoelectric complex, mass movement. Okay. So this is called the primary peristalsis. So the answer should be primary peristalsis. Segmentation movements, they are seen in the small intestine. The migrating MMCs, migrating myoelectric complexes, they are seen in interdigestive period. So they're called as housekeepers of the gut. The mass movement occurs in the large intestine. Next, which of the following is characteristic of the Okay, so this we discussed. The progressive, yes. Which tissue layer provides primary digestive motility? Mucosa, submucosa, mesentery, or muscularis mucosa? For motility, the muscular layer are important, so they are present in the muscularis mucosa. So D should be the answer. Okay, so the submucosa and mucosal layer, they help in the secretory part. So mesentery is it is the way where the digestive tract gets its blood supply. Which of the following is true about pancreatic secretion? CCK causes release of bicarbonate. No. Secretin causes release of enzyme. It causes bicarbonate secretion. So second is also improper. Gastrin stimulate release of enzymes. CCK stimulates release of enzymes while secretin stimulates release of bicarbonate. Probably the D is proper answer here. Next one, the hormone that inhibit gastric secretion and motility is gastrin. No, it, it increases the gastric secretion and motility. Histamine, it increases the gastric secretion. Secretin, yes, it inhibits both gastric secretion and motility. So pepsin is not involved in the gastrin secretion and motility. So the proper answer should be secretin here. Intrinsic factor is secreted by parietal cells and is responsible for vitamin B12 absorption. Probable answer might be this. Not necessary for normal body function. Intrinsic factor is required for vitamin B12 absorption, as told in the previous option. Abundant in pernicious anemia. There will be intrinsic factor deficiency in pernicious anemia. E, an aminopeptidase. It's a protein. So the proper answer is here is A. Lipids are broken down by pepsin, no. Are absorbed into lacteals, yes, they are absorbed into the lacteals. uh, some part of some part of micelle is in the become part of micelle is in the duodenum. Yes, they do become part of micelle is in the duodenum. So D is B plus C. So D is the proper answer here. A patient with trigeminal neuropraxia, that is a temporary segmental demyelination of the trigeminal nerve leading to conduction difficulties, would have the greatest difficulty with which of the following activities? Primary peristalsis in the esophagus. Okay, so there is no relation to the trigeminal neuralgia here. Swallowing. Swallowing is also not affected by trigeminal nerve. Secondary peristalsis in the esophagus, even that is also not affected by the trigeminal nerve. Chewing. Okay, so the muscles of mastications are supplied by trigeminal nerve, so this would be the proper answer. Which of the following digestive organs does not show peristalsis? Esophagus, stomach, small intestine, cecum. Okay, we know that esophagus, stomach, small intestine, they definitely show the peristaltic waves, whereas cecum, the peristaltic waves are absent. Which of the following statement is true? The intestinal blood vessel entirely regulated by enteric nervous system. Maybe partly they are regulated. The nitric oxide is the major neurotransmitter for gastrointestinal smooth muscle relaxation. Uh, yes, it is required for the gastrointestinal smooth muscle relaxation. Okay. Peristalsis is a type of spinal response to stretch. It is not the spinal response, but it is a local response to the stretch. None of the above. So correct answer here is nitric acid, which is the major neurotransmitter for the GI smooth muscle relaxation. Gastrin is only made in the gastric antral G cells. May be correct. Uh, it is right. Stimulates insulin secretion after protein meal. Okay. So it does stimulate the insulin secretion after the protein meal. Secretion reduces with the gastric distension. Okay. So even that is also proper answer. So uh, all of the above should be the proper answer here. The volume of the saliva secreted daily is around 1000 ml, 1500, 2000 or 2500 ml. Okay, so the saliva secreted is usually around 1500 ml. Okay, and the amount of gastric juice secreted will be 2500 ml. The intestinal secretions are around 1000 ml. Which of the following is true? Parotid gland provides most of the saliva produced daily. No, it is submandibular gland which makes around 60% of the volume of the production of the saliva. pH of the saliva at active phase is 7. Okay, so pH of the saliva may be at inactive phase is 7, but when it is active, it increases up to 8. It becomes more alkaline. Lingual lipase is produced by Ebner's gland. Okay. So probably this is the correct answer. Peristalsis is a gravity dependent process. Okay. So partly maybe gravity is involved in the uh, bringing the foot down, but it is not gravity dependent. Peristalsis is not, of course, gravity dependent. Okay. So the proper answer should be here. Uh, the lingual lipase produced by Ebner's gland. Which of the following pairing is false? Parietal cell secretes HCl and intrinsic factor, correct. Chief cell secretes pepsinogen, correct. Mucous cells secretes bicarbonate, yeah, they secrete mucin and bicarbonate as well. G cell secretes GIP. G cells secrete gastrin, so uh, the D is false. Which of the following is true? The parotid glands. So, which of the following? Yes, sorry. Which of the following statement is false? The carbonic anhydrase is found in gastric parietal cells. Yes, it is abundant. H plus 7 is secreted by active hydrogen potassium antipode in the gastric parietal cells. Yes, chloride is actively transported by the gastric parietal cells. Yes, it is transported at the basolateral membrane. Gastric venous blood is acidic after the meal. Uh, no, the gastric venous blood becomes alkaline after the meal, and this is called as postprandial alkaline tide. Okay, so the D is false here. Which of the following is false? Trypsin can inactivate all the pancreatic enzymes? No. Yeah, we'll see. Pancreas normally has a trypsin inhibitor to prevent autolysis. Yes, this is correct. Secretin stimulates pancreas to increase alkaline content of the pancreatic juice, right? CCK stimulates pancreatic acinar cells to increase enzyme content of the pancreatic juice. So the trypsin is going to activate some of the pancreatic enzymes. So here it is given inactivate. So this statement is false. Which of the following type of intestinal contraction is seen only in the colon? Peristalsis is seen in most of the part of the GI tract. Segmental contraction are seen in the small intestine. Mass contraction, yeah, they are very specific for colon. Tonic contraction also can be seen in small intestine as well as in the large intestine. Okay, the specifically seen are the mass contraction. So C should be appropriate answer here. Which of the following is true? 50% of the bile salts are reabsorbed in the enterohepatic circulation through sodium bile acid co-transport. Probably this is the correct answer because 94% of the bile acids are reabsorbed back. So in that 50% is by simple diffusion and 50% is by sodium active transport by sodium bile acid co-transport. The primary bile acids are converted into secondary bile salts in the colon. Not bile salts, but bile acids are converted into secondary bile acids. Unconjugation of bilirubin render it more fat soluble. Unconjugated bilirubin is partly excreted in the urine. Okay, so unconjugated bilirubin will not be excreted because it is not soluble. So answer A should be proper here. Which of the following causes conjugated hyperbilirubinemia? Hemolytic anemia, it leads to formation of more of unconjugated bilirubin, reduced bilirubin uptake into the hepatocytes. No. Reduced intracellular protein binding to bilirubin. In fact, it decreases the conjugation. Biliary obstruction. So biliary obstruction, there will be increased conjugated levels of bilirubin because the conjugated bilirubin, because of the obstruction, backflows into the venous circulation, and thus it increases the blood levels of conjugated bilirubin. Which statement about absorption of the gastrointestinal tract is correct? The absorption of glucose is associated with sodium uptake. Yes, it is associated. Fructose is absorbed more rapidly than glucose. No, fructose is slowly absorbed than compared to glucose. Galactose and fructose are absorbed by same co-transporter at the brush border membrane. No, it is galactose and glucose are absorbed by the same co-transporter. Most of the water absorption along the GI tract occurs in the colon. No, almost 80% of the water is absorbed in the small intestine itself before it enters into the colon. So appropriate answer should be A. The absorption of glucose is associated with sodium uptake. Which cranial nerve are involved in the normal functioning of the gastrointestinal tract? Okay, so the easy answer would be here is uh, the vagus nerve. It is not fourth, not sixth, not eighth, but it is vagus, and partly it is by uh, the glossopharyngeal nerve. Gastric emptying is primarily controlled by all except the neuronal signals emanating from the medullary swallowing center, the volume of the chyme in the stomach, conditions or factors in the duodenum, and the degree of fluidity of chyme in the stomach. Okay, so here it is typed wrongly. So the volume, the condition factors of the duodenum, and the degree of fluidity, definitely they are going to affect the gastric emptying. Okay, and they're not governed by the signals emanating from the medullary swallowing center. Okay, so the A is correct answer here. Which of the following is true? Bile functions to catalyze digestive process in a manner similar to enzymes. No, I mean bile salts or bile, they are different from the enzymes. Okay. So they helps in the micelle formation, and it helps the enzymes to act act on the uh, big fat droplets. Bile salts emulsify large droplets of triglycerides. Uh, yes, maybe right answer. The bile salt reduce the surface area of droplets of triglycerides. No, they increase the surface area. 95% of the bile salts are lost in feces. No, this is wrong. Okay, so only 5 to 10% of the bile salts they are lost in the feces. Otherwise, they are almost reabsorbed. Okay, so the first answer should be a proper answer here. Sorry, the second B, bile salts emulsify large droplets, should be the correct answer here. HCl secretion by stomach is triggered by chewing. It denatures proteins, activates enzymes that digest proteins. Uh, yeah, it is going to activate pepsinogen into pepsin, prorenin into renin. So the answer should be here D, all of these. What prevents food from entering the nasal passages during swallowing? Elevation of the uvula, concentration of the pharyngeal muscles, opposition of the vocal cords, or elevation of the epiglottis. So the nasal passages, that is the posterior nares, they are closed by the elevation of the uvula. Okay, so that should be the appropriate answer here. Some absorption occurs in the large intestine, but this is mostly limited to amino acids, water and electrolytes, fatty acids, buffers, and mucus secreted by the large intestinal mucosa. Okay, so the nutrients commonly they're not absorbed in the large intestine. Okay, so maybe some water and electrolytes they're absorbed. Among fatty acids also they're not absorbed, except for the medium chain fatty acids. They are absorbed in the later part of the small intestine. Okay, so they produce some amount of mucus, but they're not absorbed. So the B should be the proper answer here. Peristaltic antral contraction occurs at the rate of 3 per minute, probably correct answer. Are responsible for gastric emptying, yes. Are responsible for mixing food and gastric enzymes within the antrum. Yeah, all the three answers are correct. So appropriate answer is D here. Which of the following factors will not influence the rate of gastric emptying? Fat in the duodenum, acid in the duodenum, caffeine in the duodenum, distension of the duodenum. Okay, so fat in the duodenum, acid in the duodenum, and distension of the duodenum, definitely they will be influencing the rate of gastric emptying. Okay, so fat delays, acid delays, and distension also, they delays the gastric emptying. So the proper answer should be here is caffeine, which is not going to influence the gastric emptying. The major chemical digestive activity that takes place in the stomach is breakdown of starch, breakdown of proteins, digestion of fats, neutralization of acid by buffers and mucose. Okay, so the most appropriate answer is here breakdown of the proteins. So, okay, so some of the proteins are broken down in the stomach, like by the pepsin, okay, and by renin in children. Bile act on distension in the stomach, no. Acid in the stomach, no. Fat in the stomach, no. Fat in the duodenum, yes, it is going to act on the fat and it leads to uh, the the emulsification of the fat in the small intestine. Which of the following organs secrete mucus? Salivary glands, colon, stomach. All of the above. Okay, so if you see all of them, they are able to produce mucus. Okay, so the D should be correct answer here. Which of the following does not enter the duodenal lumen? Chyme of the stomach will enter, bile salts, they will also enter, disaccharidases, they're mainly produced in succus entericus, that is the intestinal secretion, the pancreatic enzymes. Okay, so they are going to also enter into the duodenal lumen. Okay, so the answer should be here is disaccharidases. So which of the following is true about pancreatic secretion? We have discussed it before. CCK causes release of bicarbonate. Secretin causes release of enzymes. Gastrin stimulates release of enzymes. CCK stimulates release of enzymes while secretin stimulates the release of bicarbonate. So D should be the proper answer here. Venous drainage of the liver is by hepatic vein, hepatoportal system, sinusoids, canaliculi. Okay, so the correct answer is here hepatic vein. Okay, so in sinusoids you have a blood from hepatic artery and the portal vein. The canaliculi drains the bile. Okay, so answer here is hepatic vein. So which is not a brush border enzyme? Lipase, entropeptidase, sucrase, or renin? Okay, so obviously most of these enzymes they will be present in the brush border, lipases, entropeptidases, sucrases. Okay, but renin is seen in the stomach. So uh, the answer should be here D. The intrinsic nerve plexuses are located in the mucosal region. Network of neuron that acts as a gut brain, yes, are made up of two plexuses. Okay, so there are two plexuses like Meindrick and Meissner's plexuses. D is B and C. Okay, so they're located in the mucosal region is wrong. They might be present in the submucosal region or in uh, the my the muscularis mucosa. Okay, so the proper answer should be here is D, B and C. The hormone that inhibit gastric secretion and motility is gastrin. It increases histamine, it increases secretin. Yes, it inhibits gastric secretion as well as motility. Okay, so cholecystokinin, it probably increases the gastric motility, cholecystokinin. So the answer should be here secretin. An important function of the intestinal villi is to increase the surface area for absorption of the nutrients. Yes, the move the chyme along the alimentary canal form a protective covering for the alimentary canal, synthesize amino acids. Okay. So the most appropriate answer should be increase in the surface area for the absorption of the nutrients. Okay. So A is the answer here. The phases of gastric secretion from first to last are cephalic phase, intestinal, gastric phase, cephalic phase, intestinal, gastric, cephalic, gastric, and intestinal. Okay, so D should be a proper answer here. Okay, so it is cephalic phase, gastric phase, then intestinal phase. Okay, so in salivary secretion, cephalic phase plays an important role, whereas the gastric secretion, the gastric phase plays a very important role. The increased concentration of bicarbonate in the blood draining from the stomach is called as alkaline tide, the chloride shift, the enterogastric reflex, the gastric phase. So the answer is here alkaline tide. Okay, so the enterogastric reflex is, I mean, uh, it is inhibition of the gastric secretion and motility by some of the gastrointestinal hormones like secretin, VIP, GIP. Okay, so when the acid chyme enters into the intestine, okay, so that is called as enterogastric reflex. So here answer is postprandial alkaline tide. The digestion of carbohydrates and proteins by brush border enzymes occurs within dash of the small intestine. Okay, so they are going to circular folds, goblet cells, microvilli, or villi. Okay, so brush borders, they are present in the microvilli. Okay, so they occurs at the level of microvilli. Which of the following is not characteristic of liver? It has a role in detoxifying the blood. Yes. It is highly regenerative. Yes. It has 3 lobes. Mm, It has 4 lobes. It stores glucose. Yes, definitely it is going to store glucose. So the answer should be here. That it has 3 lobes. I mean, which is not right is it has 3 lobes. Actually, it has got 4 lobes. Right, left, uh, the caudate lobe, and there's another lobe. Okay. So dash is not found in pancreatic secretions. Bicarbonate, cholecystokinin, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase. Okay, so here cholecystokinin is clearly a gastrointestinal hormone and not an enzyme. So B, cholecystokinin is not found in pancreatic secretion. Bacterial flora in the large intestine do not produce intrinsic factor, B vitamins, vitamin K, and carbon dioxide. Okay, so obviously intrinsic factor is produced by the parietal cells in the stomach. So the answer is here A. Thank you.